need is your foam roller today. Longer one, if you need it for balance, is kind of beneficial to start with. We are lying on the foam roller today. So if you've got a longer one, it will help you a little bit. If not, it's not a big deal. If you want a set of weights, we are going to use them for some standing stuff. We're also going to use them in lying down. So you could go heavier with the standing, but you might want to go lighter when we do the stability of lying down on the foam roller. And that's just a great way to help you find your connections and your curves. So from here, I'm starting shoulder width distance. You can go a little tighter if you want. And I'm just going to give that little rocking back and forth. Foam roller is just giving me a flirt of assistance. I'm going to inhale nose, exhale mouth, just starting to find that breath. As I do that, I'm going to start to zipper up very gently, nothing too drastic. We're not weight bearing yet. And then go ahead and make more of a purposeful releve. So lift and lower. So here we're just trying to find that balance. So if you don't need the roller and you can go into that nice high releve without losing your balance, go ahead and fingertips off. Pulse up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Heels together, toes apart, our small Pilates V. And go ahead and lift and lower. Notice on this lift and lower, there is a tendency to sort of roll out to your baby toe. Think more big toe, second toe. And pulse up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down, and then toes together, heels apart. Tailbone gently heavy. Lift and lower. Same thing, real strong tendency to roll out to the baby toes. Shift that weight so you're staying strong on the biggest, most surface part of your foot. Pulse up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower it down. Heel toe open to what would be a nice squat position. And just give me a couple little squats here. On your first one, maybe get down there, rock a little bit, see how the knees, hips, ankles are doing, and then bring it up. So let's just go 4 more, shoulders down, and 3. So remember in a squat, we're talking neutral spine, neutral pelvis, right? We're just shooting the booty back and bringing it up. The foam roller is just in our hand for a little bit of support. Excuse me, hold it down and pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, stay here. Soften your elbows, lift your heels, lower your heels. So again, minimal touch into the roller or none at all if you don't need that support. Look at your knees, watch they're not knocking in, and then keep the heels off and lift and move through the hip and the knee joint. 4, 3, stabilize the ankle joint. 2, 1, press all the way to tall. Pull your hips right to tall. And then lower. Go single. Squat, releve, grow tall, and lower. One more time. Squat, releve, lengthen tall. Reverse for me. Rise up, squat down. Lower the heels. Push that roller out a little bit. Stretch the arms out, and then just reach down, drop into your armpits. Again, a little tight. For any reason, you're going to bring that roller in closer to you, decreasing your lever length, right? Which brings your center of gravity closer in. Little more forgiving. Feeling good, out it goes. So I'm going to start rocking back and forth. I'm lifting the balls of the feet as I lean back and then rocking forward. Not really releve, just shifting. Couple inhales, exhales. Leave the feet flat, bend the knees, slowly peel all the way up. And just hold on to that roller and lift your heart. So on this lift, get some lazy sways going. So I'm not worrying about zippering up super tight. I am slightly connected. And I'm just looking over one shoulder, looking over the other. Get a couple wiggles in there and then bring yourself back to neutral. Come down in long neutral spine. And then bend the knees, curl and body wave. And give me an extra little length backwards. Thinking that long torso, bring it all the way forward. Bend the knees, curl and lengthen. And one more time. So remember, we're just trying to find all the spinal positions in warm-up, right? Peel it up. And then bring yourself back to neutral. Take the legs quite wide. Passive squat position. But we're going to start a little bit of leg first. So we're going to lift the balls of the feet, releve. Squat down. Lower the heels, press up. Oh my God, my quads are tight. Sorry. Releve. I don't know what I did yesterday or the day before, but my quads are killing me. Releve and down, shake, 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 shake. Lower the heels and press up. One more time, releve, a little bit of bar Pilates, lower the heels and up. This time, releve, come down, hang out here, and pulse. 5, 4, go as deep as you want. 3, 2, 1. Now stay here, lower your heels, lift your heels. lower your heels, lift your heels. Remember, not death gripping that roller if you can help it. 3 more, try and get your torso up. 2 more, lift, and 1. Keep the lift, lower one heel, lower the other. So I'm sort of alternating, right? One, then the other. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift both, lengthen to tall, lower the heels. Bring the heels in a little bit, the feet in a little bit, pick up that roller. Reach it to the sky. I'm just going to turn. As I reach, I'm going to press it behind me and then lift the heart to follow. Then I'm going to bring it all the way down, passive squat here. So round everything. I'm going right down to the ground and I'm giving some spirals. So I'm nice and low, all the way down if you can, you guys. If you're tight, you're here, right? And I'm just still coming up on the ball of foot. I don't know if you can see my feet, but I'm spinning, right? I'm trying to get some movement there. If I'm okay, I'm down deeper. I'm testing the waters on knee, hip, ankle mobility, right? Nice and low, tailbone is rounded, so I'm no longer in neutral. And then I'm just going to hang here for a moment and take my hands, my elbows, and push on my inner thighs a little bit, and then lean into my roller. So I'm going to turn this way. So I'm down, pushing the elbows into my thighs. I'm going to lean into my roller a little bit, feeling that open up my inner thigh. So I'm putting a little pressure here. Nice strong inhale, exhale, lower the heels, and then start to press your hips to sky. Go ahead and grab that roller, bend the knees, and slowly bring it up. I'm going to turn the feet back into parallel, reach that roller, and then lift that heart, give a better extension, open it up, and bring it through. So here I'm just going to hold the roller at very far ends, go behind my head. Now, if that's really hard on the neckline, go to the top of your head. If you're okay, go behind and then bring it down. So some shoulder mobility, open and bring it down. Now, if it feels okay, you're going to add a lift of the heart, right? So I'm going to go here and I'm going to lift my heart, bring it back and bring it around. Bring it up, lift the heart, bring it around, bring it down. We're adding on right here. We're going to squat in between, reach that roller. Bring it up, bring it all the way around, open. Keep it here, squat. Changes the equation, right? You've got to keep your chest up. So if this is tough, roller by the top of your head. And then come all the way up. And then squat with the roller forward. Bring it up. Pull it behind the head, squat with it there. So we're just going to go forward and backwards. Let's make this a bit smoother now. So I'm just squatting as I'm mobilizing my roller and my shoulders. Breathe as you go. Just any breath works. Just don't hold your breath. Go one more time and then hold it in the forward. Fold it round the spine. Press those legs, drop down. Look through the legs, let your have had a dangle. So if you're looking at the roller, you have extension happening in your neck. Let it fold so it's neutral. Couple inhales, exhales. You're welcome to roll back and forth here. And then bend the knees, slowly bring that all the way up. Wiggle those feet back into parallel. Sits bones, roll those shoulders. Inhale, exhale. I'm going to hold the roller underneath with my palms, pull it into about waist distance open, and I'm going to have my rotation. So pelvis go. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, center. Rotate and center. One more time each way. Inhale and exhale. Last time, inhale and exhale. We're going to add some rotation to it, or flexion. Rotate, flex forward to the side. Stack it tall, bring it center. Rotate, keep your ASIs facing me. Press that out, bring it tall, bring it center, open that up, and let's bring the roller down. Place the roller towards the front if your roller stands nicely. If not, keep a hold of it. If you're using weights, go ahead and grab one. And then I'm going to step forward with the same leg as the side the roller's on, step back with the opposite leg. So my hand holding the weight is the leg that's in the back. This arm is in front. I can bring it closer if I need love. And I'm just going to start that first little lunging action. Just feel that nice leg, getting a little bit of hello. If your knee is going over the toe, I'm fine with it. Just don't collapse the knee in. Right? So I've got that nice long posture. And then I'm just going to start a reach of the arm. Press and row. Inhale, exhale. Let's go 4, and 3. Go as deep as you want here, guys. Go 2, lean forward into it, and 1. Now stay in the lean forward. Inch from that leg forward. Move the roller a little bit forward. Bring off that back leg. Hip faces the floor. Lower, lift. 5, 4. And a little balance here. 3. ASIs to the floor. 2, 1. Reach and come all the way to tall. Lift this leg. Watch as you lifted, you didn't hip hike, right? Arm comes up, pulse. Lift, lower. 5, 4, 3. If you want to let that leg to be straight, you could. 2, and 1. Hold here, and we're going to teeter-totter. We're going to press it back and bring it forward, and the arm just follows. So I'm going to do a tricep kick back as I extend back, and a press to the sky as I come forward. Let's go 4 more. You could keep the leg straight the entire time if you wanted. 3 more, or do a little can kick as you pull it through. 2 more. And last one, so lots of mobility happening in the hip there. And then take that leg that's in the air, press it behind, but not as far as it was last time. Pull your roller in close, drop down into a back bent knee lunge. Pull from the sky, down and up. 4, watch you're not arching. 3, 2, and then hold it down here. As deep as you can, reach that arm forward with the weight, bow and arrow. Add your rotation. We're just pulling that weight into our shoulder. Go as deep as you want into your lunge, you guys. Go 3, use your roller to assist you. 2, and 1, face forward, lower that knee, uncurl your toe. Take your front leg a little farther forward. Place the weight on the side that's going to, place the weight on the side where your foot is forward, and that cues you which leg is going forward next time. Right, lean into that, open the shoulders. Now, if this feels okay, slide the roller underneath, and you can ignore it or put your fingers on it. So if you're a little bit tight, maybe fingers stay on. One arm to the quad, one arm up, lift. If this is feeling okay, take your hand that's in the air, equal to the leg that's behind, reach it, grab hold of that foot, flex it, and then rotate your shoulders to the front. Lift your heart. Inhale, exhale for me, stretch into the hip flexor. One more big breath. Let that foot gently go, push your hips behind, pull the roller back, and just stretch into your hamstring. Point and flex that front foot, inhale, exhale. Shoulders drawn down. Bring both hands to the roller on the inside of the leg. Swing that other leg around. So that weight is showing you which hand is going to grab it next time, right? It's the opposite leg going forward. From here, pull this into your quads, nice and tight, and then lift and put it on your shins. Now, if you do not like that, do this with your knees on the ground. Shoulders are down and away. And we're just going to draw that through, and we're just going to extend one leg out. Pull it back in. Extend the other leg. Pull it back in. So we're just finding that nice little glute as we're squeezing the legs away from our body. Reach it out. One more time. Finish equal on the other side. And then from here, I'm going to come down to my elbows and walk them forward a little bit, so I'm now on my shins in a plank. Beautiful. Now, if this is difficult, go a little farther forward and drop your knees to the ground. If you're okay, keep nice and tight. Scoop the abdominals into a slightly supported spine. Shift your shoulders down. If this is a good challenge, stay here. If you're feeling good, I'm going to move my roller by shifting my body weight forward, and I can touch down, and then I'm going to move it back. Now, as I move it back, it's hitting my knees, which means I'm going to move that roller slightly farther down my shins, and I'm just going to get a moving plank here. I'm going to come over and then go back. So as you come back with your face kind of going between your arms, really be mindful you're not losing that supported spine and arching, right? Stay nice and strong. Move just as far as you feel comfortable. We're going to do 2 more. And 1. Pull those knees all the way in, rest them down, and then just bring your shins off. Give a little paddling. And then roll the spine up, roll those shoulders. Open that chest. We're going to do a little down dog here. The roller's behind us. Hands nice and strong. Curl the toes. Lift. Stretch into your down dog or your elephant. Couple little wiggles. Bend the knees. Lift the heels if that's tight. And then walk your hands to your feet. In 4, 3, all the way in, and 2 and 1. Look through the legs. Bend the knees. Slowly peel up again. Give a little wiggle. Roll those shoulders. Step back over your roller. Go ahead and pick that little baby up. So I've got my hand grabbing the weight on the side, which means my other foot's going forward. So I have left leg forward if you're copying my left rights. And I'm going to grab my weight. So from here, I'm going to lunge into that front leg. Press and come out. Find that movement first. So if I take this front arm and I just hold it still close to me, that's going to be a little easier, right? Not going as deep. If I'm feeling good, back leg straight, Tara, and then reach forward. Yeah, full lunge, straight back leg. And then if it feels good, I'm reaching and rowing, right? Reach and row. Yeah, so the roller moving makes it harder. The roller not moving makes it easier. You've got the weight in hand if you're choosing it. Let's go 4 more. And 3. Last 2. And 1. Now stay down in that lunge. Inch from your back leg in. Stabilize, drop your elbow and shoulder. Teeter-totter up. Down and up. Both the leg and the arm are rowing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pivot around and come all the way into tall, and then we're going to reach and drop. Tendency here, right, is to do that little hip hike. Keep your hip rib nice and square. If you want to do full battement and just lengthen out the leg, go ahead. Let's go 4, 3, beautiful, you guys, 2, and now we're going to teeter-totter forward and backwards. So we're going to go back and forward. So I'm going to do a tricep extension with a press to the sky. Tricep extension with a press to the sky. One more time. Back and forward, and then I'm going to take that leg and I'm going to reach it behind, but this time it's a bent knee lunge. So I'm going to lift up my torso, small tuck of the tailbone, down we go. Reach up to the sky as you come up. Down and up. 5, 4, get as much range as you want, guys. 3, if you don't need the roller, don't use it. 2, I could not use the roller. I need it. Hold it down, small tuck of the tailbone. So if you're looking in that camera and you see this big J-Lo booty thing going on, drop it, small tuck. Small tuck. Beautiful. Now add your bow and arrow. See if you can go a little deeper on the knee. Let's go 5. Pull that arm strong. 4, 3, zipper up those abs. 2 and 1, hold center, down goes that leg. Place your weight right to the very front. It's not indicating anything anymore. Slide that roller in between and then lean forward. So again, if this is tight, this is where I'm staying. If I'm okay, my hands can come up to my knee. I lift my heart. Still okay, up goes one arm. Happy place, you're going to rotate, grab that foot, pull it around, and try and square your shoulders and your hips to the front of the room. So this for me is my questionable side, so I'm a little wiggly on it. All right, just be mindful of your different sides. Inhale, exhale. Let go of that leg carefully if you're holding it. Push your hips back and go into your hamstring stretch. So I'm just going to lean forward, point and flexion to that front leg. Inhale, exhale, maybe deepen down. The legs are quite warm now. You can probably get right into that stretch. Both hands on the inside of the front leg, and you're just going to sweep that leg around. So we're not going to do the same one this time. I want you to back up. Pull your roller in tight so you're close to the end of your mat. From there, trap it on your quad and bring yourself down to your elbows. So I'm still in a plank, but I'm focusing on rollering. I'm just above my knees. I have a small scoop in the abs. My legs are in parallel pencil. They're quite tight. And they're in parallel. So I'm going straight over rec fem, that main quad muscle. And then underneath it, you've got that vasti intermedialis, right? Reviewing a little anatomy here. Back and forth. Now, tag your toes down and laterally rotate out. So I'm turning my knees so the inside of my quad hits. And now I'm going to roller the inside. That's a little nasty. Back and forth. Right to the pubic bone, right up to almost on the knee, but not quite. If you've got a good turnout going, you're actually on the inside of the muscle anyway, so you could almost go through the knee joint because you won't be going on top of the patella, so you'd be fine. And then put those toes down, bring your feet in super tight, and internally rotate. Turn your knees, hips, toes together. Medial rotation. Now go. Ugh. Oh, that's ugly. All the way back and forth. So we're still working the plank at the same time we're rollering. Couple little moves there, back and forth. And then pull your knees all the way in. Step one foot forward. Step the other knee forward. And just bring yourself into the front of your roller. Bring your roller all the way around. Just line up your mat. Sometimes they get curled underneath you. Hands on the roller, curl. The toes just lift. Find that little down dog and then bring your hands to the floor. So we're going to do some prancing or running. Walk one foot back, walk the other. Let's stretch out the calf. So I'm just going to paw at the floor, stretch and warm up your toes here, you guys. Really start to get that press into the toes. Shoulders shift down. Then press both heels to the floor. Sink in a little deeper into your chest. Little no on the neckline. And then come out of that, walk your hands to your feet, or walk your feet to your hands. 4, 3, if you need to, bend the knees. 2 and 1, you're all the way in. Dangle and look through your legs. Bend the knees. Don't pick up your roller, just leave it there. Slowly peel up. Roll those shoulders, give everything a little wiggle. If you're going to use both weights, grab your other weight and put it in front. And then we're just going to move that roller to about, a third to a half the way back on your mat. Find yourself in your wide passive lateral rotation, passive squat, and then bring that booty all the way down. Sit perched on the edge. Send your legs out, and your heels should reach out to the corners of your mat. You can just pull your weights back closer to you. So with the sits bones hanging off the back, we should be able to find nice and neutral. From there, you're going to reach the arms. We're going to go spine twist. Try not to tighten up the quads. Inhale, rotate. Inhale, rotate. Inhale, rotate. Look to the backhand. Exhale, center. So we're going deeper in our rotation and deeper and deeper. Look to the backhand. Exhale, center. One more time each way. Inhale. 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 Look to the backhand and center. Last time. Inhale. Inhale. So a little spine twist. Inhale. All the way to center, saw. This time saw. So rotate as far as you can. Thumbs are up. Start with your thumbs up. Now turn your back thumb down. Take your front hand, saw off your quad, your knee, or your shin, depending on where you can go. Lengthen down and then reach that back pinky to the sky. And then come all the way up. Turn both palms to me, thumbs up, and find center. Inhale, rotate. Turn your back thumb down. Exhale, saw. Now, watch with the saw, the lumbar spine stays vertical to the earth. Thoracic and cervical are reaching. Inhale, stack to tall. Exhale, center. So it's not a big hamstring stretch. Rotate, saw. Lengthen to tall. And center. Last time, inhale, rotate. Back thumb down. Exhale, saw. Inhale, grow. Exhale, center, release the arms down. You're going to take those weights, might have to move a bit farther forward. Tailbone, roll it, and bring your spine right down. If that's not comfortable, just sit down. Use your elbows to move that roller back. Interlace your hands, and let's just get a little extension here, you guys. So my knees are bent, sits bones may be bigger, and I'm just going to extend my spine over. Now, if I find this really difficult on the back and on the spine, where just the roller's too aggressive, put a towel over top of the roller. If you can extend back and look right behind you, go ahead. We're looking for as much extension in our spine here as we can. The roller is right basically where my xiphoid process is. If I take it all the way around to the other side, that's where I'm at. Now go ahead, one more extension back. Keep your chin tucked, get your feet solid underneath you, lift your bum. Now roller. So I could roll right up to about C7, but not on it. Not sure where that is. Take your fingers, run them down the cervical neckline. Feel that bony protrusion sticking out farther? That's C7. Don't roll on it. Get super close to it. Don't roll on it. If I bring my elbows in and I sort of round my spine, it'll dig beautifully into my rhomboid muscles. Back and forth here, you guys. I can also come almost to the belly button, but not quite, because that's where the ribs stop, and then it just kind of pushes right into you. It feels horrible. Now go ahead and leave the booty down. The roller is kind of just underneath that inferior angle of the shoulder blades, and we're just going to arch over and crunch. Inhale, exhale. So if the arch is not comfortable, we're doing arch and curl here. If that's not comfortable, you're going to go neutral and crunch, neutral and crunch. If you're okay, it's arch and curl. Still working for you. Start adding marching on the legs. Down and up. My knee is bent. That's working for me. I'm going to extend both legs out. Longer lever and continue to march. Out. Still working for me. I can turn my legs into scissor. Reach and crunch. Inhale, exhale. Let's go 4, 3. Hold that crunch up there briefly. 2, and 1. Reach both legs. So we're going to do roll-ups here. Make sure you've got that roller nice and set. I noticed that I just kind of creeped myself over to the left side of my mat. My right side is tight, so I'm pulling. So just be mindful. Supporting the neck or not is going to be harder. I'm going to reach railway tracks over and extend. Keep connected. Inhale, cervical nod. Tighten up the abs. Exhale, leave your roller and forward fold. Hold here, wiggle a little bit, relax out that spine, and then start to roll back. Vertebrae by vertebrae, find your roller, extend over, inhale, cervical nod, big exhale, and fold forward. Couple little wiggles here in your forward flexion. Watch here you're not reaching with your spine. I want your lumbar spine vertical to the earth, and I want you to fold forward through thoracic and cervical. So my elbows are just bent beside me. And then I'm going to peel it down. One last time, reach it over, railway tracks, big exhale, bring it up, fold it forward, give a few little wiggles, and then lengthen that to tall. Beautiful. Sorry, guys. Take your roller and put it long. So you're going to scoot yourself forward on your mat. You're going to bring the roller and line it up right with your tailbone. And then if you're using weights, put them just on the sides of your roller. If you're not using weights, don't worry about it. Use your hands, lift, get your tailbone on there, and lie your spine onto your roller. So once I lay down, I tend to lie down, and you can kind of see, with a fair amount of arch in my back. I don't know if you can see it, but I can get my hand underneath here way too easily. So I'm going to lift up, heel down, and then just kind of wiggle and clock my pelvis so I feel like I'm a bit straighter on my roller, but I've got a small unsquished grape underneath my back. The weights are in your hands. Press them to the sky. You don't have to use weights. I'm going to open and close. So my feet are in parallel sits bones, and I'm just starting the arms into fly position. Elbows are slightly bent, and I'm bringing it up. Weights or no weights, totally up to you. We're going to connect those ribs in strong. If your back starts to get miffy here, put a towel over the roller or take this to the floor, right? Now keep the arms into the air. Turn your palms so they're facing your knees and bring those arms over your head. Watch the rib pop. Keep your ribs connected. Now bring your arms all the way down beside, but almost touching the floor, not quite. Inhale, reach it up. Notice how your ribs want to pop. Exhale, bring it down. So really keeping the ribs down. The abs are drawn in. And right now I'm in neutral spine. I'm not squishing my back down. I haven't lifted a leg yet. This time when you come over your headline, circle your arms around. So inhale, we're going to reach up over the head, as long as you're not rib popping, and circle around. Give me one more time. Inhale up. Exhale, circle around. Reverse. My palms are facing the sky. I snow angel. Now, as my arms come into vision of my headline, I'm going to roll up. So I'm in that hundreds position. I've rolled up. Yeah. Now, as you open, roll down and circle. Arms come over the head. Exhale and roll into that hundreds position. Yes. One more time. Inhale, open. Arms come around. Exhale, roll. Stay here in your roll up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and roll the spine down. So if you feel wobbly on the roller, you're going to rest your hands out wider at the armpit versus right down beside you. And we're just going to start some heel lifts. So bring your heel in closer to your booty. Excuse me, guys. And I'm just going to lift one heel, lower the other. So I've let go of my weights for a moment. I'm taking my middle finger and my thumb, and I'm putting them on ASIS and ribs. And I'm taking my elbows off the floor. It's going to make me more unstable. Not doable. Keep your hands down or your elbows down. Now, lift your right heel, connect in nice and tight, no hip hike. Bring one leg right off. You might need your elbows down and bring that leg down. Lift the other heel, focus, connect the rib hip, shift the leg off, and bring it down. Now go ahead and float one leg, bring it down, float the other. So we're marching the legs. Elbows are off if doable. So I'm going to reach my arms to the sky now. So I only have one anchor point as I'm lifting and lowering. Go nice and slow. So when I lift my left leg, I'm more unstable. What will happen is I will twist and I will shorten the fibers between the right, left, and right side rib hip. What I need to do is tighten up the leg that I'm lifting rib hip connection to stop the twist. So the leg that's coming up, you've got to tighten that side of your waistline more to not twist to fall off. So once you have that sensation and you're marching nicely from left to right, leave your feet down briefly. Take an inhale, place your elbows down, find a slightly supported spine, knee fold one leg, knee fold the other. So both legs are up. Beautiful. Both legs are lifted if you can. And I'm going to do toe taps. One leg touches and it comes up slowly. And then the other leg touches and it comes up slowly. Beautiful. One and lift. And then the other. So we're doing our toe taps. It's a little harder on the roller. If it's okay, straighten the leg and bring it up. Notice as you straighten the leg, the other knee wants to come into counterbalance. Put a brick wall in front of your quads. Try not to let it. My elbows are flirting down. I'm not going to take my elbows off. I'll have nothing on the floor. I mean, you could try. I would fall off. You are welcome to try. Go one more time. And then bring both legs all the way down. Relax off your spine. So relax off that tight zipper. Let your palms open to the sky. Give your head a little rock from left to right. Widen out your feet on the floor. Relax out the hips a little bit. So I've let my legs kind of laterally rotate out. And now I'm putting my pads of my feet together and my legs are fully open, just flopping to the side. My palms are open. Couple inhales, exhales. I've allowed an arch to go into my back if that feels good. I'm going to reconnect and do another series here. If the back is tired of being on the roller, please take this series to the floor. Connect your inner thigh, get your feet in parallel sits bones, and you're going to grab those weights again. I'm going to leave this arm that you guys can't see. It's staying on the ground to start with. This arm is reaching to the sky. My elbow's bent. I'm going to start here. So without going wider on my legs, I'm going to take my arm out to the side and bring it in. Out to the side and bring it in. So now you're turning on Miss America sash. As I slowly drift this arm out to the side, I'm going to lift up my opposite leg. That opposite leg is coming up. And then it's going to go down. Exhale, inhale. So right arm, left leg. All right, so that's working for me, and I'm not falling off my roller. I'm going to bring both arms up, but still just the right arm is moving, and the left leg is moving. Woo! Go slow, go slow. This is where you'll start to twist and lose your Miss America sash or your internal and external oblique connection. Still working for you. Both arms open as that one leg lifts. So all I have is one leg on the ground. Mind's eye. Did you take that leg way out to the side and laterally rotate out your hip? Try to see if you can keep it in parallel. One more time. Keep everything to the sky with the arms. Foot goes down. Bring your elbows down briefly. So let's do the other side. The only arm reaching now is the left arm. The right elbow stays connected. I'm going to take that left arm out to the side. Watch that you didn't drop your head off to the side. You're staying square, and I'm taking the flies out to the side. Working for me, I'm going to lift the opposite foot. So right knee is lifting, left arm is opening. This is hard. Just lift your heel. Tighten up the rib-hip connection on the leg you are lifting. That will be the side that hip hikes or squirms. Working for you, both arms up. Keep the right arm still. Continue to lift the right leg and the left arm. Go slow. Use your breath. Working for you, both arms open as that one leg lifts. I am wiggling all over the place on this side. Go 3 more. And then we're going to do 4 alternating if it's doable. If it's not doable, just do heel lifts. So I'm going to open, lift one leg, put it down, open, lift the other leg as my elbow drops, and put it down. And we're just going to alternate that. Excuse me. Go 2 more, 1 on each side. Use your breath here, you guys. So this is just a lot of stabilization work, which actually is really challenging. Bring those hands down, put the weights off to the side, quite wide. Reach one arm out, stretch one leg out, and just roll yourself off that roller. Take the roller, put it into the nook of the neck, and just release your booty. Give a couple wiggles, let that neckline open. Couple inhales, exhales, let everything just decompress. One of my favorite exercises for getting people aware of their spinal alignment and core connection, that little sequence actually is quite challenging. Bring the feet into hook line. Take that roller out. Knee fold one, supported spine. Knee fold the other. Roll it up, and we're just going to wake up those hammies. Slide that roller in between the knees. So if you know you are a hamstring cramper, don't use the roller, all right? From here, my weights are farther forward for my hands, should I choose to use them. Hands are on the roller. I'm going to scoop, and I'm slowly going to roll down. Head's going down, no headrest, please. So what I'm going to do is move the roller out a little bit and find the arch of my foot over the roller. So I'm not ball of foot, I'm not heel, I'm arch. Head is on the floor, feet are sits bones. Make sure that roller's not tilted or crooked. I'm going to roll up for a second. I feel very crooked today. Anytime you're really feeling wonky, even if I haven't said roll up and look at all the corners of your mat and line yourself up, do so. I'm feeling really wonky, so I'm going to roll up just to make sure I'm not all over the place. So starting from your pubic bone, roll that into your bridge. So at the height of the bridge, I could be neutral. If I've got lower back stuff going on, I drop and slightly tuck into supported. I'm okay. I'm going up and then going to roll it back down. So although I know I'm straight, I feel totally crooked today. So be mindful to check your body versus assume because you feel crooked that you are crooked. Sometimes that's not the case. So if I'm feeling okay, I'm going to grab my weights. As I roll up, I'm going to reach the arms to the sky, and I'm going to keep those arms there now, stabilizing. Exhale, hip roll all the way up. Inhale, keep it. Hip roll all the way down. So if that's working for me, as I roll up, I'm going to reach the arms over my head, stabilize your ribs, and then roll and reach the arms down to the sky. One more time, roll it up over with your headline, and then roll it down. This time we're going to stay up there. So roll it up. I'm going to start fly's arms, just like you were doing when you were on the roller. Fly's arms to the side of your body. And then I'm going to open my legs, neutral spine, neutral pelvis, butterfly the butt down, squeeze the knees together. So I'm doing internal, external rotation or medial rotation, whatever you want to call it. But I'm bringing the knees together and I'm squeezing them slightly, turning on the inner thighs and then dropping my booty down. When my booty goes down, it flirts, it does not rest. Let's go 4 and squeeze those knees together. 3, exhale out. And 2, breathe it out. And 1, now leave your weights together and your knees together. Squeeze your bum to the sky. Squeeze, squeeze. Really focus on your butt cheeks. 5, 4, squeeze them. 3, 2, 1. Turn to parallel. Peel the spine sequentially down. Elbows down. Stretch out the legs. Just let your feet have a little wiggle. Place the weights wherever you want. If your neckline's a little tight, go ahead and nod no. Reset. We're going to go to single leg work. If you know you're tight in the hammies, you're going to go to the floor. Otherwise, Pull the roller in. My left sit bone is going to line up with my heel, and my right leg is coming off the roller completely. From here, I'm going to press into my tall position. Make sure you're on those shoulder blades nice and strong. Now, if I'm a little tight, I'm just going to go toe tap here. Right? If I feel the glute and hamstring, still firing a little bit, I'm going to drop and give myself a supported spine. If I'm okay, I'm neutral and I'm higher. Feeling good, I'm going to kick that leg out and in. Out to straight and in. Still good, I'm going to extend into scissor and just move that leg from the hip versus from the knee. Still okay, up comes the opposite arm. As the leg goes down, the opposite arm opens and it comes back. Still okay, both arms reach, and we're going in and out. You choose it. Now, if you're going the full range, the arms are coming right down to the side of the body and then all the way over the headline. Try not to twist or rotate. Let's go for 4. Use your breath here, you guys. 3. Beautiful. And 2. So we're doing bridge 3, series 3, a variation of. Reach everything to the sky. Pulse your booty up. 5, 4, squeeze it. 3, 2, 1. Put that leg that's in the air down on the floor. Lower the booty. Take the leg that's on the roller. Cross it into 4 stretch. Relax your weight down. So if I'm tight, I'm going to stay here. If I'm okay, I can pull that leg in and go deeper into my hip. I can add a little movement through my pelvis. So my back is a little tight. I'm going to start to spin. So I'm in my 4 stretch and I'm spinning left to right to allow rotation. I could do that with the knee off as well, right? Or the foot off. I'm keeping my foot down today. You can choose. Inhale, exhale. Bring it back to neutral. Uncurl. So I'm going to reset. I'm going to roll up, reset, make sure my roller's straight. Again, I'm crooked today, so I'm going to just double check my visual. Bring it down, and now the opposite arch of foot is going on. Line your... If I look at my collarbone, side of my shoulder, and I go down to my ASIS, to my knee, and then sit bone to my heel, I'm trying to find that line. From there, I'm going to roll it up to where I feel I can hold, tighten that glute, and I'm just going to start with my toe tap. Maybe my toe tap doesn't go all the way down. That's okay. Priority is not squirming around in the pelvis, right? Now, if it feels good, I'm going to start to kick that leg out from the knee and the hip. That's working. I'm going to extend the leg, and I'm going to add that full. Notice as that leg drops down past the other knee, you're actually getting extension in the hip socket, so be careful. You're not arching. That's hip flexor movement, not back flexing or back extending. Working for you, opposite arm, over and in. If you know the options, you can go right to the hard one, you guys, if you want to. I always stepping stone. And then when I'm ready, both arms, because every once in a while, you just have that disconnection happening on one side. And if you jump right to the hardest one, it's pretty easy to tweak something. Let's go 3 more. So I'm going to decrease the movement. I feel a little pulling into this hip. Last one. Reach everything to the sky. Pulse that booty. Squeeze, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg in the air on the inside on the floor. Bring your spine down. Bring your elbows down. Cross the opposite leg, the leg that you were holding your body on. Cross that one into your 4. Couple little waves in and out. If rotation's where your body wants to go ahead and add a little spin. Inhale, exhale, and we are going to go for a deeper rotation here, you guys. I'm just going to move that roller away so it's out of my way. I could keep my foot on if I want. I'm going to move it totally. I'm going to straighten one leg out. I'm straightening my right leg. I'm bringing up my left. Taking my right hand on the outside of the knee, and I'm rolling over for a full spine roll. So I'm looking for that full rotation. Try and relax your bottom butt cheek. If you want to get a little bit of flamingo 3 in here and stretch out the hammy, you could straighten out this leg. If you've got the flexibility, you could grab that foot, bring it a little higher, and rotate in opposition. Bottom butt cheek likes to clench. Try to let that go. If you can't get into this position, you can use a strap on the leg, right? One more big breath. I'm going to slowly bring that round and derotate. My body will be crooked. I'm just going to kind of move my hips over to the opposite side. Straighten out my left, bring up my right. Left hand, right knee. Knee bent for the first part of the rotation just to see how is this side of the spine. Bottom butt cheek cleansing, relax it. Feeling okay, you can straighten out that leg and grab it if it's comfortable, if it's doable. And then over it goes. Couple little inhales, exhales, getting into a really nice twist here, you guys. Big breaths in your twist. One more breath. And then slowly let that derotate. Bring your spine back to neutral. We're going to do a couple of tabletops just to open the hips there. Grab behind the knees, roll it up. Face your toes towards your roller. Face your fingers towards your bum. From here, again, you can have them out, fingertips facing me, but don't lock out with fingertips facing away. Lift your hips, open up your shoulders, peekaboo to the sky. If that's hard on the neck, look to your knees. And then bring the bum down. Let's just do 2 more. Exhale and lift, open, and bring it down. One more time, hold the open, big breath here, and bring it down. And then we are going to go into a little bit of wild thing. So take this hand that's facing your booty, turn the wrist completely, so fingers point away, place it back down, but don't jam out your elbow, right? Slight bend, this hand goes between your legs, you're pulling your tail. So I'm going to lift my tail, I can go to my elbows if I need to. If I feel good, I'm going to lift up into that wild thing, look to my back hand, big breath here, and exhale, put my tail back down. 2 more times, we're going to lift, get that stretch, and bring it back down. 1 more time and lift. Give me that stretch. Bring it back down. So I'm going to pull my roller in a little tighter. I have the option of using my roller here. It will make it much more intense. You don't have to use it. I have it facing my toes. It's in quite tight. From here, I'm going to lift, but only part way. Shoulder issues, go to your elbow. Shoulder issues, go to your elbow. Then I'm going to take this leg. I'm going to put it on the roller just above my ankle. From there, actually, let's go to the knee. Let's go to the elbow just to start with, you guys. Just to start with, just to make sure that I don't lose anybody's shoulders. If it feels good, by all means, take it up. All right, so from here, I'm going to lift, because when we rotate, it's quite unstable. There it is. So if this is tough, I'm going to hold. If I'm okay, I'll put this foot in front. So my leg that came on went in front. Still okay, it stacks. Yes. Lower, lift. Laterals, lower, lift. That just turned hard fast. Let's go 5, 4, lift. 3, 2, 1. Hold it neutral. Top hand, top leg goes forward, and I rotate, face the floor. Rotate, face me. Rotate, face the floor. Rotate, face me. You can put your knees down. Ignore the roller. Rotate. Face me. You got 1 more. Rotate. Face me. Hip down. Tuck the legs into mermaid. Tuck that all the way in, and let's just relax off those hips. Remember, at any time you can drop down to your knees. Push the roller away, right? That movement of the roller is always going to be unstable. Rotate the spine, and let's just do our little bow down and press up. You guys know this mermaid well. Feels good, I can tuck this hand behind. Still feels good, I can reach it, and I can lengthen that leg. Let's go 3, and lift, and 2, and lift. Last 1. Tuck that leg all the way in, drop your booty down, settle into that. Give me lateral flexion the opposite direction. Relax your neckline. Rotate down. Ooh. Back to center. All the way out. So I'm going to swing the legs all the way over the other direction. We're going to start with wild thing. So change, take your roller, put it somewhat close to your toes, unless you know you didn't use your roller. Fingertips point, face your bum, and just find your first wild thing set up here. Just make sure your alignment's good. Just our regular wild thing. Yeah. And then, regular tabletop. And then let's set up our wild thing. So this hand turns. I grab my tail and I lift and bring it down. So if you turned and faced the other direction, you should be on the opposite side. So make sure you've switched sides. Now, on this one, we're going to drop to the elbow, right? We're going to lift up and then find that bottom leg on the roller, not on the ankle joint, but on the roller. From there, I'm going to roll my hips forward. I need to put my hand down. I can. And then I'm going to take that leg forward for more stability or stack it. Stacking's harder. I could go to my knees. I could get rid of the roller and hip dips. Side sit-ups. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold neutral, right? So here's lateral flexion. Lifting up, there's neutral. I'm going to bring the arm, foot forward, bring the arm all the way around, plank, and to me. Your front foot is forward. Rotate plank, and to me. 3 more. Exhale. Turn your ASI so it's facing the floor. Turn to face me. Last 2. Try not to pike. And last 1. All the way to me. Bend your knees so your hip drops down. Tuck your feet in. Oh, little mermaid on this side. Turn your hands. Rotate your spine. Come down and up. Feels good. Hand into the small of the back. Still feels good. Arm reaches. Leg can extend. Let's go for 4. Lift the heart. And 3. We're just going to do some traditional extension work. 2, leading into it right away here. And last 1. Grab that foot. Tuck the booty down. Take a moment to settle. And then reach in opposition. Couple big breaths here, you guys. We're stretching out all those intercostals and lateral, right? And now rotate down. Give me that lateral. Bring it all the way through. Just push that roller off. Place your weights out to the side. Hands go down. And let's just move ourselves into that full extension position. So this mic is coming off here. I'm going to look down and make sure my big toe is kind of aiming into the corner of both sides of my mat. And my legs are in lateral rotation. To start with, my head is going into my hands, and I'm just going to wiggle my booty from left to right. Let go of my abs, let go of my spine. I just held it super tight. I'm just going to relax it here. Bring your shoulders away from your ears. So we're going to do some floppies, right? Mackenzie method. We're going to bring our hands to the side. Abs not engaged, glutes not engaged. Push into your palm and just come up only as high as you don't feel yourself pulling all your muscles up and in. And clenching your butt cheeks. And then gently come down. If that's working for you, the closer I bring my hands to the side of my shoulders, so not like we would in traditional swan, my elbows are up. The closer I bring my hands, the higher I can lift into my extension, but I'm letting my back go. So for me, this is as high as I'm going today. I feel my one hip kicking. So that's my end point. Yours might be higher. Yours might be lower. No big deal. Bring it all the way down. We're just going to do one more. No clenching. Gently fold it up. Wiggle that neckline. No tension there. Gently fold it down. Now let's activate. So with swan, I want my elbow to start down. So I'm going to move my hands forward so my thumb is kind of at the top of my shoulder. Your elbows are down, your shoulders are pulling to your back pockets. Little bit of squeeze into the glutes, straighten those legs actively, pull the abs in, now press into the palm and come up stronger. So there is no longer a dip, right? Here's my dip in my spine, yes, and now there's my connection. Find your connection. On this, pull yourself longer. Tyra, bring your hands farther back with the length of your torso. Bring your hands closer to your shoulders. And then lengthen up. And press. Yeah. Shoulders down. Inhale here. Then you're not hyperextending your elbow. And then lengthen as you come down. Glider 2. I'm going to lengthen up. I'm going to look to my left. Bring my right heel into my tush without twisting. And then lengthen it long. Same thing on the other side. Press it up. Take a peekaboo. Big inhale. Keep it. Exhale, bring it all the way down. And I'm going to keep my legs nice and open. I'm going to reach my arms down beside me. Let my shoulders go lazy. Let my head go lazy. Superman. So take your legs into parallel, open as comfortable. So I'm no longer laterally. My shoulders are dangling. I'm not going to lift into an extension. I'm just going to lift into neutral. So I'm going to pull my shoulder blades so that they're equal to my ears, lift my head just off, lift my palms just off, pull my abs and squeeze my glutes, and just lift my legs. So no extension, just lengthened. But because you're against gravity, you're going to feel the extensors. And then exhale, turn your cheek, let it go down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, facing forward. So I'm not extending, I'm just lengthening out those extensors. And then turn your cheek your other way. One more time, lengthen it. Now stay here. Bend your knees so your heels come into your tush. Laterally rotate out your hips a little bit. Bring your hands to your headline. If your upper torso is getting tight, rest your head. If you're okay, lift your head floating off the floor with your hands by your head. From here, heels are together. Squeeze your heels to the sky. Heel squeeze. Squeeze and lower. Careful on the lower backs here, you guys. Squeeze. Squeeze. Beautiful. If I'm okay on the upper half, I will lift my upper half into a gentle extension while doing this. That's aggressive. Careful. Watch you're not looking up towards the wall. 5, 4, little breath. 3, 2, 1. Lower it part way. Stretch out those legs. Reach the arms actively down by your side. Pull your abs in. Lift your heart. Holding for 5. We're in extension in thoracic and cervical. Legs are reaching. Glutes are active. 4, 3. Cycle your breath. 2, and 1. Relax. Push back into child's pose. Nice and wide. Or if your back feels okay, just come into tall sit. You don't have to go into round. So I'm sitting back on my haunches and I'm just sort of rocking my pelvis forward and backwards. So it depends where you want to go there. Couple inhales, exhales. When you are ready, find yourself in 4-point stance. Tuck your tailbone around your spine, angry cat. And I'm just going to lean back in my angry cat. Big breath here. Exhale, come forward. Go through neutral into your cow, tailbone up, head up, but connected. And then drop your tailbone around your spine. Inhale, sit back. Walk your fingertips forward. Feel how that stretches the lats. Come back up into angry. Untuck the tailbone, lengthen. Into your cow. Find yourself in neutral. Curl your toes, lift. Play around with your down dog. Whatever feels good here, you guys. So I can paw, I can push both heels down, get a calf stretch. This would be considered running or prancing as I'm alternating from left to right. And then I'm going to drop both my heels, if I can. Legs straight, drop into my shoulders. Too tight, lift the heels, bend the knees. Big breath here. Let's walk our hands to our feet. In 4, 3, bend the knees as you need to. 2 and 1, ragdoll. And then slowly stack to tall. Vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae. Roll those shoulders. Give everything a little wiggle jiggle. Let's do a big breath to the sky. Inhale, lift the heart open. Exhale, hands down center, heart. Other direction, open it up, stretch, lift that heart, guys. Bring it all the way around. Oh, and we are done.